let me finish.
Okay, well, I thought I had, but go ahead.
Okay, y'all, let's take turns and let each other finish.
Welcome to Let Me Finish, the podcast where three minds give their unfiltered and sometimes unpopular opinions on all the craziness going on in our lives and in this world. We're your hosts, Jillian,
Janice.
And Michael.
Settle in and let's take a deep dive.
Welcome to a new episode of Let Me Finish. We're on episode 70. Now it's a milestone.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Every 10 episodes is a milestone.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
doing every 5. I'm so over, like, I like to give myself participation trophies.
Yeah,
so.
any reason to celebrate. Yeah.
But yeah, so we're on episode 70. I'm your host, Janice.
I'm Jillian.
And I'm Michael.
All right. So we'll just jump right in this week really quick. So I just wanted to quickly talk about a show I watched recently. It's called The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
And it rhymes.
The secret, man, those women do be having some secrets. It's crazy. So I just think it's crazy because, like, watching it, Jillian watched a little bit of it. It's very like it's giving like cult.
Yeah.
Yes, very.
But I guess I always think, when I think about Mormons, I do always think kind of cultish.
I do
Only
too.
in the sense that it's the church is the be all end all.
Yeah.
Like, never step out of line with your husband, never step out of line with the church. Like, the fact that they don't drink at all. I'm like,
Yeah.
why you can't drink?
And
As adults, you can't drink.
you can't make that. Yeah, they can't have caffeine either. So no coffee.
They can't have coffee, but they can have soda. So I don't really know.
Janice, my sister, her father, we have for those of you that don't know, obviously, I have a half sister, so we have the same mom, different dad. My mother's first husband is a Mormon now. He wasn't when they were married, but he is now.
okay.
So he got remarried, and my sister couldn't go to his wedding,
Right.
because she's not Mormon. So my sister could not go to her father's wedding.
Yeah, they don't like. It's very.
Secretive.
Yeah.
It's not even so much as it's like, why would, like, it's like the excluding thing.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't sit with us type thing, and it's a religion. So it's like always like,
It's just so bizarre because, like, that's her dad. And she
that's
can't
the
go
wedding.
See, yeah.
Like,
She
it's
can't
the
go.
wedding. Like,
I guess it's like their weddings it's like this secret ceremony that they
Yeah.
perform that only other Mormons are allowed to witness. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. have
well,
a
even
seat.
like the baptism. So they had like, it's like a blessing of the baby. But the reason, like, they had this divide in their little Moms of TikTok group, because basically half of them, they called them the saints, and the other part they called them the sinners. I'm like, oh, harsh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Way harsh, Ty. But it's because, like, I guess they're like the people who will drink, and I guess the
Yeah.
ones that were and just so you know, so the whole reason why I guess they decided to do this show is because the original TikTok moms, they're all Mormon, they're breaking molds, all this. Well, one of the girls, she started having an affair with one of the other husbands. Yeah.
Scandalous.
And I don't know what made her, possessed her, but she went on to live, and then she, like, basically confessed that they're into, like, they do soft swinging, and nobody's innocent. All of us have made out with each other's husbands and things like that. And I'm just like, you put a lot of people's business out there. Damn.
Yeah.
Like, so I think a lot of the girls were really pissed off about that. But so it's like, she's the main part of the show. I think Taylor's like the main part. Yeah. So it's just interesting because she breaks all the molds. Like, Taylor, she's pretty wild.
Do we like Taylor?
I like Taylor. Yeah, I think Taylor's just a normal 29-year-old
yeah.
woman, like, living her life. 29-year-old woman, mind you, with 2 kids and 1 on the way. So I'm like, you're doing a lot of living,
Sure.
you know?
Yeah.
So speaking of living, but that's part of our topic today. But yeah, I'm just like, I think she should live. But the very first episode, Taylor gets arrested for domestic violence. So, and she's really, really drunk. Like, so, and you know, they're not allowed to drink. So she's
Yeah.
definitely like and then she ends up getting a divorce. And then the second episode's 11 months later. And she's divorced and pregnant with this other guy's baby.
I'm surprised she hasn't been kicked out of the Mormon religion.
Yeah, I was wondering that because I'm like, I thought that they were like, okay, well, if you don't follow the rules, you'll get kicked out. But apparently not so much. I think you just have to be like, and they're Latter-day Saints,
Okay.
is what the religion is called.
Okay.
So I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they're not as bad about kicking people out, and
Yeah.
it's because that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's as bad as like Scientology. I think Scientology is worse. I think
Yes.
that's very much cultish.
Yeah. Super.
Like
cultish.
you can't have an opinion other than the one we have. As opposed to, I think with Mormons, I think they are very strict, but I don't think it's like, don't ever come around us type thing.
Yeah.
Because even the really devout ones, it seemed like would still like, they would be like, oh my God, I'm uncomfortable. But they wouldn't be like, I hate them. They're the devil. They're...
Same with Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. So I'm telling you, I used to talk to Jehovah's Witnesses as a kid. I used to be the one that opened the door and be like, okay.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. I'd sit there and listen. And I think at one point we were in Jamaica and like I started doing Bible study with one of them. I was very influenced.
Yeah.
I think the word is curious.
Yeah.
Very
You're
curious.
open-minded.
I'm very curious, and I am very open-minded when it comes to religion, especially because there's so many opinions
and ways of believing.
very different variations of it. So I'm
Yeah.
always interested to pick somebody's brain on what they believe and
great.
ask my questions because I typically have the same questions all the time.
Yeah.
So, like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Will I know? Because my main question is always, especially like when they talk about religion, about going to like when you pass away in the paradise. I'm like, well, will I know you? Will I know about my life before? Will I love you like my mother? Like, I don't know. So it's weird.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is it gonna be lonely? She's like, oh, everyone's gonna love everybody. I'm like, so does that mean that there's no real connection? I don't know.
These are good questions.
Anyways, that's those are just my questions. And so I guess because the show is so rooted in religion, I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because I did.
But it's a big deal. It's blowing up.
Yeah, because
show.
I did catch a couple episodes because I'd spend the night and I'm watching. I'm like, girl, how you tell these girls apart? I'm
They all
confused.
do look the same.
Cookie cutter.
Really?
That's
Like
what she
their
said.
style, the way they do their hair. And I'm just like, I'm confused. Which one's Taylor?
It is hard
Which
to tell
one's
them apart.
Really?
This so and so.
Because they all either have long brown hair with highlights or long blonde hair. It's just, and it's always wavy. So they all do but I think it's very much like this is the cute. It's very mindful, very demure, very classy.
Yeah.
I think they have like a certain mindset of what like presentable looks like, and so they
Yeah.
all kind of carbon copy that. So I think that's why
Yeah.
they all look alike.
So yeah.
But they are very hard to tell apart.
I'm sure.
So I'm just like, damn, nobody has like their own unique style, you know.
I feel like the girl
Somebody
Whitney does.
boho versus, you know, preppy versus, you know,
No, they're all very
neutral
conservative.
chic. And I'm just like,
Oh, and apparently they have special underwear
they do.
they have to wear.
Yeah.
I guess to remind them that they're married or
Like
that
a
they're
chastity
they're
belt?
chaste.
No, not a chastity belt, but it's like it's been explained to me before. If anybody remembered when Mitt Romney ran for president, they were talking about, because he wears these
What?
special underwear that these Mormons are supposed to, are required to wear.
I didn't know that.
So it's,
Never thought about him in
they have their own significance in regards to it.
So how the girl explained it on the show is like the garment is supposed to remind them, because I think they only wear the garment after they're married, but it's supposed to remind them that this is like for their husband. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
This cookie only for him.
Which is funny.
Like, why do I need a reminder?
Because it's funny, because I'm like, actually, Janice comes because she's watched a couple episodes before I do, and I'm jumping in the middle. I'm just like, okay, so she's pregnant, but she's not married to the father. Oh,
How is she okay in the
how is she?
moment?
Okay, so this isn't her first husband. This is her second husband. Okay, so she's divorced. Okay,
Couple
They've
of
been
them
breaking
are
all
divorced.
rules.
I was just like,
So I think that was the big deal with the is like they kind of broke the mold of like this generation, like of
Traditional.
what a Mormon looks like, and so they're very, because like even right now the one girl whose husband is being way overly like controlling,
Possessive,
controlling, possessive. She went to Chippendales and he like flips out. The girl didn't even go inside, so I'm like, I don't even. What are we arguing about?
that doesn't count.
So so I think with her, like even her friends are like, that's unacceptable how he's talking to you, how he's making you feel, like you're not doing anything wrong, you did nothing wrong, and the way he's talking about you, about your friends, about everything is completely unacceptable. And all of them are basically mirroring the sentiment, and then she also is like, these are thoughts I've had as well, and them saying it is validating those feelings, so it's hard for her. So I think it's nice to see that there are some people with some backbone, you know, in that type of situation. Yeah
Good for
but
them.
anyways, that was my little piece of whatever, because I just had to talk about that. But
Yeah.
that was the only thing I had before we get to our game.
Good juice.
Does anybody have anything they want to bring up?
Not really. No.
Not really.
Okay. Okay. So we'll just do our game. So we're gonna do smash or pass, smash or pass, smash or pass.
Let's do it. Jillian, do you want to go first?
No, I don't. I have to think. Hold on. Y'all go first.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do you have one?
Yeah, but I already think I know everybody's answer.
Okay. Good.
Keanu Reeves.
Smash.
Smash.
Smash. I think we talked
He's
about him
just-
before.
Keanu
We
Reeves
might
is
have.
With his
just
bow
like
legs.
he's just good on all levels. Like
And he's also
To
really
this day, I would
philosophical.
still to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like if there's one celebrity if ever came up and he was problematic, if it was Keanu Reeves, I'm just like, that's it. The world's over.
Yeah.
I'd
Shut
be
down,
like,
close
trash.
up shop.
False news.
Yeah.
False news.
I don't believe it. I
I'd be-
refuse
yeah,
to accept that.
I would refuse.
I'd have been
I'm
like,
just
who is
unless-
What are the
dragging
sources?
his name?
unless you have solid proof.
Yeah.
No, not Keanu.
I'd have been
Reeves.
like, that is slander.
Yeah.
That is
Dare you,
slander. How
sir.
dare you talk about Keanu like that?
My person is Ben Affleck in his prime.
Actually, smash all day long.
Smash
He's
in Armageddon.
so sexy.
In Armageddon.
Armageddon,
He
even
could
the
Armageddon
town
on. Yeah.
as Batman.
Oh, the town, yeah.
He's sexy.
Yeah,
He's
he's
fine.
like Ben
Gone
Affleck
Girl?
is fine.
Gone
Oh,
Girl?
speaking of, he's related to one of the people in the Mormon Wife show. Basically, the girl's name is Jen Affleck.
Oh.
She's married to
his cousin.
Ben Affleck's cousin, but she's never met him.
Yeah. But they keep putting her name Jen Affleck, so I think it's funny because obviously he was married to Jen Affleck twice.
Wow.
But yeah,
So you said Smash, Jillian?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
like Ben Affleck. Counterpart Matt Damon.
Smash harder.
Definitely smash
Yeah.
harder Ben,
Yeah,
but I would smash
Matt. Yeah, Matt.
Who do you
Yeah.
smash harder?
harder.
Or would if I had to pick between the two?
Matt Damon.
I think I would go Matt.
No, I
Yeah.
would go with Ben.
Matt Damon.
Only because Ben's the bad boy and I like bad boys.
The thing about Matt Damon, he has that like Harvard, Connecticut, like All-American rugby player.
Like teaching Mr. Ripley.
Talented Mr. Ripley. Yeah,
Talented
he was
Mr.
gorgeous
Ripley.
in that. He was
Yeah.
gorgeous.
He was good in
He
that.
was so.
I like him in the Bournes. I mean, he just like
Yes.
him beating
I
people
love
up is
those
sexy.
movies. I love those movies.
I actually don't like the movies, but I think
Oh,
he's
I love
sexy
those
beating
movies.
people up.
They're so entertaining. The action.
I like
sequences
Jack
are so-
Reacher.
I like Jack Reacher.
I do like Jack Reacher. That's good.
The TV show or the movies?
The movies.
The movie with Tom Cruise.
But the guy in the TV show is Foxy.
Foxy.
I would smash him. I would smash him.
I'm
Okay.
Cleopatra and I'm a whole lot of woman.
Forgot about that.
Good old Beyonce, honey.
Foxy Cleopatra.
Who smash her past Beyonce?
Smash.
Yeah, she's sexy.
Smash.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'd be very intimidated, but I'd smash.
Yeah, she'd be definitely
I'd be all
hard. Yeah.
thumbs.
Yeah. Oh, okay. My gosh, you might like it.
Who knows?
I have a good one. Mm-hmm. Rachel Lee Cook, who played the girl in She's All That, when she's hot. After the class.
Wait
is
a
off.
minute. When
I think-
she's hot, I mean, I think she's
Still beautiful.
Still beautiful.
Not as pretty as she was. No.
What do you mean? I think
She
she
didn't
looks
age
the
that
same.
great, but she still looks good.
Okay, maybe I don't remember what she
Her
looks.
button faces was gone. It's not so much there anymore.
You know what's so funny about that movie? I love She's All That.
Yeah,
it's so
loved
good.
it.
But what's so funny is that it was just the glasses, and everyone was like, "Whoa!"
The outfit too, the way they had her outfit and her
the way
hair.
she dressed and
Yeah,
her
her
It was
personality.
really
Yeah.
her glasses and her hair.
Yeah, but everyone was blown away.
her
Like,
Because
who's this
if
person?
honestly, if she would have kept the same clothes and had that biker girl look with that same cute cruft haircut with her little
would've
cute little
worked.
makeup,
Yeah.
she would have been like the cute little grungy chick.
yeah,
Yeah.
But she
That's
just
artsy chick.
Yeah, the
She-
artsy chick.
Yeah.
It was the haircut. The haircut really did her up.
yeah.
It was super cute.
That shows you good.
A good haircut and a good beat to the face.
Jennifer Aniston is proof of that. Oh, Jennifer Aniston
Pass.
In her prime.
in her prime.
Smash.
I've never gotten.
She's so
people's-
pretty.
Jillian.
Never. Jennifer
gorgeous.
Aniston. I've never gotten.
For
She's
real?
gorgeous.
It's never registered with me. I'm just like I don't get it.
Jillian.
I don't. Okay, well, Angelina Jolie, smash or pass.
Smash.
Janice,
She's gorgeous.
She's too skinny.
no
She's
girl.
gorgeous.
So
Smash.
like as
Yeah.
Laura Croft, smash. But when she started getting all skinny and bony, no.
Yeah.
She's way too
No,
bony
in
now.
her prime, Laura Croft. I mean,
She's all
Angelina-
bones.
Angelina Jolie. She yeah.
So I'm gonna have
she's
to pass on the older one.
I get what
Yeah.
Brad was thinking. I'm like,
How dare you? How dare you? Okay, Jen was the all-American girl,
And
she was our girl.
But she don't like
Cheated
her.
on her.
it's not a.
I was
It's not
devastated,
a
let's
like
just
or,
say.
It's not a like or hate thing. It's just when it comes to, because we were just talking about looks.
Yeah.
Same way then again I don't get
Ryan Reynolds.
which one.
Ryan Reynolds.
You got to be more specific. Which one?
Ryan Reynolds is the one married to Blake Lively. That is the Deadpool.
Okay, yeah, I don't get that.
You don't get Ryan Gosling either. She don't get that many of them.
No, I don't get it either.
Girl.
Like, they are attractive men.
They're beautiful.
No, let me tell you something. If he was
She
not,
said no.
no. Let me ask you a
No.
question. If he was not an actor,
Ryan Gosling for sure. He's still good looking.
and he was just the guy working customer
A barista.
service, or
And was that funny and that cute? Yes. I
Hell
would-
yeah.
Because Ryan Reynolds is also really funny
Yeah, and smart.
and
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my
But
God,
that's
have you
fair.
ever seen him roast when he goes and he trolls Blake? It's hilarious.
She
I-
deserved to be trolled.
I
She's
just-
a mess.
yeah.
She's such a mess.
I love
I don't
Blake
get it.
Lively.
She's such a
Well,
mess.
I love her for getting Ryan's. I'm like, there must be something there.
No, I'm sure she's great. She's
Yeah.
just been a little annoying lately.
So Ryan
With
Yeah.
yeah.
both Gosling and what's the other one?
Reynolds.
I just, when I look at them, I'm not talking about personality, just on looks alone, nothing else. I think they're the average looking white guy
That's
that I
fair.
would not even look twice at if I passed by in the grocery store.
Let me ask you this.
I don't know if Ryan Gosling's the average looking white guy. He's pretty
Ryan
attractive.
Reynolds
he's
for
super-
sure.
I think they're both gorgeous, but
Like
that's just my
Ryan
opinion.
Gosling is definitely like a
Beautiful man.
Like,
Yeah.
like
No.
that's a really attractive man.
How do you feel about in his prime? Not now.
The Notebook?
In his prime.
Oh my God,
Leo
he's-
DiCaprio.
oh, it's smash. Smash.
He's an average looking white boy.
No, he's not. He's not. No, in his prime,
In
no,
his
he's
prime,
not.
yeah.
No, he's not. You're lying.
Yeah, Janice, in his prime, he was.
Not
he
even,
was-
but Ryan Gosling
Even
is
now.
not in his prime.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? You know what? You know the crazy part is, you know where I first fell in love with Ryan Gosling. Remember the Titans?
yes, I remember that. I remember that. He was fine.
Was so cute in
He was
it.
fine.
Like everybody was like, "Oh, watching Remember the Titans." I'm always like, "When's that other guy gonna get a scene?" What is he doing? I've been rewinding. What is he doing in the background? I would literally watch him. I loved him in that movie. Everybody
Yeah.
loves Sunshine. No, I like the little white boy.
Yeah, he's cute. He was super cute in that. Yeah. I had a good one. Oh, so wait, you're saying Leonardo DiCaprio now you would too? Like
Yeah, I
No,
think even
he's so-
now
he's handsome.
He's
now.
still handsome.
He's handsome.
He's average now, though.
But you wouldn't pass.
He's an
I mean, you
average.
wouldn't smash now.
I would smash in his prime, not now. No,
Okay.
he could not get it.
I have two more.
Like, get away from me.
Okay, go
Leo.
ahead. Hit us.
Okay. I just forgot his name. Anthony. The new.
Anthony Mackie.
Yes.
The new Captain America.
Yeah.
Pass.
Are you for real?
Pass.
I think he is so handsome.
Nah.
Jeez.
I'm gonna go in. I am like in the middle because sometimes I think he looks really good, and other times I'm like, and he's so funny too. That's another thing. He's
That's what
so
it is.
funny.
So
You guys,
handsome.
when I'm looking at looks alone,
It's just appearance.
for me, Anthony Mackie, same thing with Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Gosling. He's just an average looking guy.
Okay.
He's not like.
I mean, I like average looking
my
men.
God.
I do too.
What's wrong with average looking
I'm
men?
not saying. What I'm saying is that when it
have
comes to
one.
looks, there's just people who just have looks in spades.
Yeah, I understand.
And I just
Like Sebastian Stan.
Oh my god.
Such a
Are you
beautiful.
kidding
He's
me?
so gorgeous. That's
you
a
kidding
smash
me?
all day.
Yeah.
I smash.
Do you disagree?
No,
Oh, okay.
Sebastian
Stan.
has he has looks in spades.
Yeah.
And I think with Anthony Mackie, Ryan Reynolds, and
handsome.
Ryan Gosling, now when it comes to looks, they don't have it in spades. I think they're on, like I said, average.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when it comes, I don't know about gay guys, but when it comes to women, I think when it comes to women, people are like, oh my gosh, guys be like, you're into him? And I'm just like, yeah, because when women look at guys, it's not just looks.
That's true.
It, a lot of things can, somebody you say, oh, you're a 5, but you have that great personality, you can instantly be bumped up to a 7 or an 8
That's true.
instantly.
Yeah.
And that's how it is for women, because men would be like, I don't get it, why don't you like so and so or so and so? And was it you that I was discussing this with when it was on a podcast and they were talking about I believe Steph Curry and Boris Kojo.
Cujo.
Kojo?
Boris Cujo.
But yeah, is that how you? I don't know how.
I think so.
Okay. And so it was on a podcast. They had a guy and a girl on there, and the guy was like, "No, you girls will go for Steph Curry," and they're like, the women are like, "No, Boris. That's who we. If we walked into a room and we chose between Steph Curry,
Yeah, Steph Curry's actually
and
not
Boris.
that.
Yeah.
He is somebody I'd be like.
He's average.
he's
I
average.
would definitely take note of him, but I would definitely be like,
yeah.
He's not like a looker. I mean, he's
He's
not like
like-
a double take.
he's like he obviously has attractive features.
Yeah.
But like everything all together, it kind of looks. You know what it is? I think he looks very young. He just has
Yeah,
like a
he
baby
does.
face.
Yeah.
So he's not like sexy,
Yeah.
but he's like cute
I have.
to me with Steph
So
Curry.
yeah, and then there was just like there's a difference between the male and the female gaze, and like there's a reason why you guys think a woman would be more attracted because that's what guys are attracted to.
Right.
That the fact that he's a basketball player, he has all this money,
Yeah.
and you think that why would anybody not want this? This is what
Right.
women want, is because that's
Yeah,
what
Boris
men
for sure.
When men are looking at other men, this is what they attain. They
Yes.
wish to be like Steph Curry. I'm like, that's not what women want. And she was trying to explain to him, no, that's not the female gaze. This is what you guys just don't get.
Yeah.
And it's just not. It's not like both of them don't make money. They both, maybe Steph Curry makes more, but it's just when it comes to like sex appeal and who he is and
Yeah.
personality wise and all that stuff. And I'm like, girl, yes, tell him, because I'm like, yeah, I go for Boris before I go for
Yeah,
Steph
Boris
Curry.
Cujo, it does have sex appeal in spades. He's attractive.
Yes.
What about Megan Thee Stallion?
Oh yeah,
Smash.
smash. She's sexy.
Okay, so
she
was at the VMAs and she
she's
performed.
I saw.
And I was just like, first of all, then Meg the knees, I need to work on that.
girl never.
Because-
That's way past my time.
So so I was just like, what? I'm like,
needs
one time
crack.
it was on my For You page, and I'd be like, damn, girl. Okay, all right, I get it.
Her body is.
Her body is just
amazing.
so
Insane.
nice.
And it's one person that I'm like,
And it's so
your
natural.
body's
Natural.
very natural, because
you can see videos of her back in the day. Her body was just always just banging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always
she's
had a small
beautiful
little
face.
waist
Beautiful
with
face.
this big ass booty.
Yeah.
but it's
And it-
proportional. Her thighs are proportional
Right.
to
It's
her.
not too big.
Her boobs are nice.
Yeah.
They sit up all perky, and then her face is just like
Stunning.
it. Literally, she serves face all day.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think with that, because I've noticed whenever, I don't know if it was the Renaissance tour, but I
Like her
think it was the
teeth.
Renaissance tour. I think,
Yeah.
but I've
She
definitely
has really
think,
nice teeth.
She does.
I think I definitely think Beyonce has had a BBL.
You think?
Yeah, I do. Like I really do think she's had some kind of work in the tushy area for sure.
I would be.
Because I
surprised.
feel like sometimes certain angles, I'm just like, doesn't look quite natural on her. It was a good, whoever did the work did a good job.
But even back in the day when she was like crazy in love and stuff, her ass was big then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think it's gotten bigger, even though her legs haven't increased with her rear
Do
end.
you think it has to do with any type of workout she's doing?
Or being a mom.
Yeah,
Especially now these types of workouts, or her body being proportioned differently after having
because
babies.
I think even if you're losing weight working out, I think your body still, because you can't pick where you gain fat or lose fat. That's not how
you can
fat
target
works.
areas to
No.
build muscle to make your ass. Yeah.
You can build muscle.
There's certain
but when
workouts that are going to
as
build your
far
butt
as
and the
when-
side of your glutes, the top of your glutes.
That's as far as building muscle, but when it comes to losing fat, you can't target fat. You don't.
Does
choose
she have a
where-
fat ass though? I don't think Beyonce has a
No,
fat
no.
ass.
It's really honestly.
It's just like a nice ass.
It's
Yeah.
whatever she's done. I can tell, like at certain angles, I'm like, oh, that doesn't.
I don't like the way you're going with this with Beyonce. She's natural.
Okay. Okay. So if
natural.
you want, I'm just saying, based on observation, I think she's had work.
That's
done.
fair.
So
I know we're supposed to move on, but I swear this is the last one. I promise. Uma Thurman specifically as Poison Ivy. Smash.
Oh, that's that's so specific.
Only as
Yeah,
Poison
that's
Ivy.
Poison Ivy. I'll
She
give
was
it to her. She
fine.
was really good, Poison
She's
Ivy.
a good looking woman.
But yeah, in general, no, I don't actually
Really?
think Uma Thurman is very attractive at
Oh,
all.
really? I think
No.
she's stunning.
no.
Not even as Poison Ivy. She was sexy.
She's very unique looking.
She's so unique looking. I love that about her.
So I can't say she's ugly. I just don't think she's
Attractive.
like, I don't know. I wouldn't even say she's not attractive. She's just not
She doesn't do anything for
She's like a acquired taste, maybe.
you. I've always loved her, but as Poison Ivy, she was just sexy and like
She was.
I just loved her.
Yeah. Chris O'Donnell. I fucking love me some
Chris O'Donnell is fine as hell.
In his prime, yes. Now, no.
He's actually still handsome now.
I've seen him. He's so handsome.
I'm not saying he's
But
not
not now.
handsome. Just not now.
Yeah, I get it. You know, LL Cool J though, any day, anytime, any place.
I just like him with a hat on.
He don't got to have a hat on.
It's he's such a big head.
Shoot.
It's so round.
It's weird seeing him without a hat.
It's like, yeah, he definitely. There's a reason why he used to wear hats all the time. I feel.
When he's on that show, I just forgot what it's called with Chris O'Donnell.
NCIS Los
Yeah, thank you. I
Angeles.
forgot what it was called.
It just finished.
He every time he walks on screen, he just oozes sexuality. Yeah, I don't know what it is. And that voice.
Yeah. Yeah, he does have that.
I think we said Shamar Moore last time. Shamar Moore is just aging
yeah.
like fine wine.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is aging so
sexy.
well. He is so sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to think he's in his 50s.
That's my man. Thank you to my man. Yeah, and his little girlfriend in her 20s.
Okay. One of his girlfriends, he got about 8.
Yeah, he's
I thought
he Rolling Stone, honey.
he just had a baby, so
Well,
With
I
his
got- I got some-
20-something-year-old.
I got some tea about
don't
Shamar
need-
Moore when I was in
I don't-
LA.
Uh,
He
Sure.
invited my roommate at the time. Her name is Sarah Maribel. Shout out to Sarah.
Oh my God, you just put her business out there. Shut up, Sarah.
Her social security number is.
Damn.
Anyway, he asked her out, and she said to come over to his house, and she went, and there were 9 girls there, and you know exactly what was going to happen. And she was
we're
like, "I
finna have
gotta
a
it's a
go."
real life episode of The Bachelor. Okay.
Yeah,
No, I don't think it's a bachelor, honey.
girl.
I think it's straight up R. Kelly.
Oh,
R.
orgy.
Kelly's like playroom.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
orgy.
having an
Okay.
orgy. They're having
my
a
friend-
black room.
And my friend was like, "I gotta go," and he was
I'd
like,
be like,
"Yeah."
you turn.
And she said they had a
I
good,
wouldn't have gone. I mean, to be fair,
but she didn't know anyone was going to be there.
because
so
I
she-
personally would not go to anybody's house.
even
that
Shamar Moore, if you,
that I'd never met. I'd be like, can we meet somewhere in public?
Yeah.
so you don't kill me. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What? No, going straight to somebody's house. That's sus.
Well, I thought she was
Big
gonna.
time.
I think she thought he was gonna put it down, and he was going to, just with 9 other girls.
And he was going to. I mean, can he put? I mean, I'd rather you put it down. I'd rather go have sex somewhere public, like in a bathroom or something. I don't know.
Give
Like
me a
his house, I
Starbucks
don't
bathroom
know.
any day.
So when I yell and scream, he's killing me. Someone can
He's
hear.
choking me. Yeah, the group got too tight. Started panicking. Especially after, I'm telling y'all. Anyways, you just don't know these days. You gotta watch these people.
That's true.
But did you have any smasher passes?
I already did my. I did
you give one?
Angelina Jolie, yeah.
Angelina Jolie. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Did you know that all of her kids are like changing the last name to drop Pitt?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Is it because they have a problematic relationship with Brad?
Part of me thinks that. Part of me thinks that it has nothing to do with that. I don't know what else it could do with.
But I think it was something like they were talking about like the notoriety of the name.
Yeah,
Is it what a lot of them were? So I was like, I was just always curious. I'm like, I wonder if they have like a strained relationship with
He don't talk to
Brad.
them kids.
Which at the same time I can understand because he was like going through alcoholism for quite some time. So maybe
he's had a rough go.
Maybe they distanced themselves from him
Possibly.
after that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't he try to choke out one of the kids?
Yeah, I think
Oh, I had
on the
never heard-
plane?
Maddox or
I never
something.
heard that.
And
Oh.
yeah, he tried to, and
Like,
then
he got-
Angelina
yeah.
jumped in, and girl, I don't think Angelina let that plane land easy before she like, yeah, we're done,
Oh, wow.
we're done, yeah.
I never heard that. That's interesting.
I did hear
You
something
didn't hear
about him
that?
attacking
No.
one of the kids.
Yeah.
Of course, I believe you.
I
I
just
don't know
hear
if it
it
was Pat. It was either Maddox or Pax. I can't
Pax,
remember.
yeah, he attacked one of the kids,
Holy
and she had to
shit.
get in the middle
On
of
a
them
plane?
on a
I
private
think he
jet.
was drunk. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like he
and
was choking, or
I don't-
I have
just
to look it
grabbing
up.
it became
lunging?
physical.
Okay.
Whether there was choking, it became physical,
shouldn't-
and to the point where Angelina had to step in to separate them.
God.
And
I love Brad Pitt.
And
I didn't
then
know that.
that plane landed, and she was like, I
think
don't
they-
think they've spoken since that plane landed. Oh, I
Shoot.
I think with Brad Pitt, though, people do protect him because he's Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I have to admit, I
she's just like, I'm
love
done with-
Brad Pitt.
But yeah,
it's because he's
Angelina,
Brad Pitt.
she was all
Everything
about
we know
protecting
about
them
Brad
kids.
Pitt's plane incident. Yeah, it's with his 15-year-old son, Maddox.
Shoot.
15.
Oh my god.
Yeah, everything we know about Brad's plane incident. Yesterday, multiple outlets reported that Brad Pitt is under investigation for child abuse by both the FBI and Los Angeles Police Department of Child and Family Services after an incident that occurred on his family's private plane last Wednesday. More details have emerged about the incident that reportedly caused Angelina to go ahead and file divorce and request full custody of the couple's 6 children.
Holy moly.
But yeah, the people are reporting that the fight involved Pitt and Jolie's 15-year-old son, Maddox.
Not that it's justified. Please don't think that's what I'm saying, but I wonder what he did. Like, I'm just curious.
started it?
What started
So
it? I'm
I-
not justifying it. I'm just curious.
I'm wondering too, because I was like, and then no more details came out about it. But I do
That's what I'm
believe that's
saying,
after, right after that is when Brad started started working on his sobriety. So,
Wow.
because from what I understand, he's been suffering with alcoholism for a long time.
Same with Ben
and
Affleck.
they've been hiding it the whole time. Like I knew about Ben Affleck. I never knew about Brad Pitt until then.
No.
And really until he said it straight up or about somebody staving his, what was that, what's that guy's name? He's, Star is Born.
Bradley
Bradley
Cooper.
Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. Yeah. I think he was saying that Brad saved his life because he was also an
Oh.
alcoholic.
I did hear that, Janice.
Yeah.
I heard that.
So, but yeah, I think that certain celebrities kind of get those kind of things pushed into their
Yeah,
life,
because
but-
of their celebrity.
Anyway, so we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and we're going to jump right on into our main topic. Okay, I like that song. I mean,
I approve.
What is that, like a remix of I remember that song.
I've never heard it.
It was like that's a remake. I don't remember what it was, but it's definitely a remake.
So I'm sorry, that was Summer Walker Body remake, kind of.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, sure was. Okay. Anyway, so getting into our main topic today. So today me and Jillian watched a show, another one, right? And it's called
I'll describe it.
How to Die Alone. Go ahead.
So it actually, the only reason why I started watching it is because the main actress in the show, her name is Natasha Rothwell, which if anyone has watched Insecure, she's one of Issa's friends in the show. So, and she is an amazing
you love that
writer.
show.
She's an amazing writer and actress. So I'm just like, oh, that seems interesting. And the premise seemed really good. And I'm just like, okay, this might be something I might want to check out. And so yesterday, I guess it airs there's a new episode that drops on Hulu every Friday. And
The whole thing didn't drop.
no, it's a new episode every Friday.
How many episodes are on there right now?
4, I believe.
Did we watch them all?
Yeah. So for the pilot, what happens is that she actually is alone and is hurt and actually like stops breathing for like 3 minutes and technically dies. They resuscitate her. And she's in the hospital, and when she's in the hospital, she's just like, oh my gosh, I was all alone. I could have died.
Nobody was here.
No
to
one's
come
here. No
get me
one
afterwards.
and then they're like, okay, for you to leave, you need to have someone can get you. But the people she thought she could count on, unfortunately wouldn't even pick up the phone. And there was a lady that was in the bed next to her, and she was talking about, I can't believe this. I almost died completely alone in my apartment. And she's just like, the lady was like, and she goes like, she was complaining, I have a shitty life, this, that, and the third. And the lady's like, yeah. So she goes, I believe that you have, and the premise of what she was trying to explain, she goes, you have your physical death, but then you have your spiritual death. And she's just like, you got to make sure that spiritually you're still alive. And the premise for the past 4 episodes is her saying, this life I've been living, I don't want it anymore. This is not the life I want. This is not the life I imagined. And description of the show is, she's Melissa is a neurotic, flat black woman who has never been in love, but after a brush with death, she refuses to settle for anything less than the life she wants, leading her to become that bitch no matter what. So
love that.
Yes, absolutely. And
maybe.
And then we're slowly trying to get to know the people in her life, and just seeing her doing her metamorphosis of what I was doing is not good enough anymore. I want more, and I'm gonna go and get it. I'm not gonna let my fears stop me from achieving my dreams.
So perfect segue, because I do think, and that's what we want this episode to be about, like not letting our fears, right, hold us back. And I think we talked about it a little last week with you and your acting, right?
Yes.
And I think it was for me, it was like more inspiring to see a show like this, especially at my age. I don't need to say it. In my late 30s. Anyways, so like, even just like if your life's not exactly where you want it to be right this second. Yeah. Like keep living life, right? Yeah. Because I would just, you just want to just seize the moment, because I do think it's easy to kind of, I don't want to say give up, because I don't think we give up forever. Yeah. You just kind of give up for a week or two, or a month, or a couple. Yeah. I noticed that I've done that sometimes, where I'll go a couple weeks and I'm like literally just on autopilot. Yeah. Just getting up, going to work, coming home. Not feeling anything. Just, yeah. Mm-hmm. I've done that. And I think it's important to talk about those kind of things. So I have a funny story, and it's not that funny, but it's funny. About dying in your apartment. Because I live alone. So one day, it was like a Friday night, and I'm eating some Cheetos. Don't you know when them Cheetos flew down my throat? And I was literally like choking on it, and I had to like get up and like hit my back against the wall to like cough it up. Jeez. I was scared. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die with a Cheeto. I'm gonna die on one of these Cheetos. Like, and then I was thinking, and the crazy part is nobody's probably gonna know I'm dead until Monday. Isn't that sad? Isn't that scary?
Call Janine. She's late for her shift.
Honestly, it would have been. Lakin would have been the only one that would have been like, where's Janice? Like, Lakin would probably start blowing me up Monday morning at like 8:30 when she realized I wasn't at work. And I'm not answering my phone, because Lakin will go and do that. She'll go and look at my Facebook, see the last time I logged in. But now we have our location, so she'll go look at all those things. But I was thinking, but she's not gonna know till Monday, because I go all weekend without talking to people sometimes. Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? And I'll do it on purpose. Like, I'll see people calling.
Could you imagine if, as you're choking, I'm just trying to make it a light moment,
it was actually funny,
a bird flew in right at that moment?
Michael, she would have been dead.
I would have definitely died then, because I would have definitely just swallowed it down.
Like, you know what?
Forget it. I'd rather die with this choking.
Take me, Lord.
Because this bird, like, honestly, yeah, because I probably instantly would gasp, and then it would fly even further down my throat. So yeah, I would have died. Yeah, I'd have died for sure. But I just think it's crazy, because she obviously fell and hurt herself in her apartment, but luckily she wasn't there all weekend just bleeding out.
Yeah, a neighbor did come in because they heard a noise and checked on her. A neighbor that she wasn't close to, but just like I said, I don't want to ruin anything for the in regards to the show, but me and Janice were just commentating. I'm just like, you seen this? Like, does she clock what's going on here? In the last episode, there was a particular person that, we had certain feelings about, and then she pretty much called him out on those very feelings that I felt like there's something off about this person.
We have to remember you are the company you keep. Yeah, I think. Yeah. And I think if you have people in your life that are dragging you down, it's sometimes time to cut those people loose. Totally. Yes. And I've gone through a couple different phases in my life where, just certain people, they no longer served me in my life.
They don't have a purpose.
It was no hard feelings. It's just, we're no longer bringing out the best in each other.
Yeah.
You don't have the spoons for them.
And it could be vice versa too, because I'll be fair, because after a certain point, if I don't feel the friendship is reciprocated in a certain way, I'm going to not give up, but just like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine with me, right? Like, because, yeah. And like, I have like friends like who have done like don't give me the silent treatment. You gonna be silent forever.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like,
we never get that. I was just like, what's the purpose of the silent treatment? Is it to make me feel bad? I've never gotten that strategy.
To be fair,
it makes me...
like it does make me feel bad. I hate the silent treatment, which is why it gets to the point where, like, if they do give me the silent treatment, keep your silence.
Yeah,
stay
you done.
silent.
You done.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Log
Okay.
off.
If you're too immature or not old enough to talk something out, I'd much rather us not ever speak again.
Log off the chat.
Yeah.
And I do think it's like the older you get, the more you're like not so much counting friends.
Yeah.
It's counting. You're not collecting friends like it's some
Yeah.
type of prize. I only want friends in my life that are going to be productive and conducive to it. Right?
Yeah. But
And
I think
going to push me to my next level and push me to be the best Janice.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when it comes to, sometimes you just outgrow people. And I think every friendship has its season, and sometimes the seasons change and it's time to move on. So it's not that necessarily it wasn't a great relationship to have. I just think that, you know, yeah, exactly. It run its course and it's done.
Yeah.
I had fond memories, but you know, I'm moving on to the next thing. So I don't think it's ever personal.
Yeah, it's not personal because I've had friends where we're no longer friends and it's not personal. We're like, are we acquaintances? Sure. If like, do we have mutual friends still? Yes. Am I okay with seeing you and speaking to you and having conversation? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
You don't
like
wanna go
calling
out of your
you
way.
up and being
Yeah.
like, hey girl, let's hang out. I'm good.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
Yeah, you wouldn't go hang out with them by yourself.
No. For what? I mean, we're not friends.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
You know? But I also am a type of person that I also enjoy my own company quite a
Me
bit.
too.
So,
Yes, me too.
which everybody does think I'm more of a
Introvert?
I'm not an introvert. What's up?
Extrovert?
Extrovert. Everybody thinks I'm an extrovert. I would say I'm more of an amnivert. Like I'm
Which is a
I'm
mixture of
both.
both.
I'm both. Like I need the alone time, but I'm also very social when I'm with people. So
Yeah.
I'm
But
both.
also, I think when it comes to, I think people confuse what an introvert is. An introvert is not a person that doesn't like being out and about. It's just their social battery gets drained.
Yeah.
quickly,
And they
or
get
quicker than
drained.
normal.
And once they do, they need that time away to recharge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas an extrovert, when they're in their social, their battery is energized. They're constant. They love
people are what fill their battery up.
Yeah.
will fill a battery. Yeah. So when it comes to introvert, it's not that they don't like going out and being social with people. It's just their battery gets drained. I'm just like, and they need that time away and to be by themselves to be able to recharge their batteries.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, from what we've talked about so far, Michael, what do you think? Do you have any life lessons or things you're thinking about when we talk about this?
Yeah, I try not to have regrets in life because what does that do for you? And just learn from your mistakes and move on.
Right.
However, at my age, I do feel a lot of regrets, a lot of missed opportunities. I wish that I lived, quote unquote, more in my 20s. I was too focused on making a career for myself, and I missed out on a lot of fun. And I have friends that, had more fun than I did, and that's okay.
And they have stories.
They have
and you're
stories, and I was like, I was just trying to become an actor. I was all I was focused on. So like,
right.
I would stay at home. My friends would go out and do drugs and have a party, and I would do a bunch of like.
We would never do that.
And let me be clear, I wasn't trying to do drugs. I'm just saying, like,
But I think trying drugs is always the thing you should do.
Living experiences that you don't normally like. It's more so about just being free. I
feel like even just having the option, having those moments to be offered, even that's living.
I was too closed off. I was too like, I thought I knew everything, and then I was like, I'm not doing. This is how
X,
I feel
Y,
about
Z.
this. This is how I feel about that. I had an opinion for everything.
Yeah.
And I, quite frankly, I don't know shit anymore.
Well, and we change.
We change. We evolve.
Mm-hmm.
So to answer your question in a succinct way, I would say I regret not being freer. I wish I were more free.
And I think apart with the one thing I liked about the show is that she straight up said, know better, do better, and in those moments, and it's going to be something we have to remind ourselves of throughout our lives, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Janice, get up, go live life.
Yeah.
Don't stay in this house.
Too short.
Like I've told you guys, I've had weekends where I've not even breathed fresh air.
Yeah.
Like I have.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh damn.
Just
I didn't
air
even
you
let the
breathe
air-
to go pick up your DoorDash
The
delivery,
DoorDash, literally when you open the door.
Yeah.
and you quickly shut it.
And then you quickly shut it. Yeah. I'm like, okay, so, and I did officially say, listen, I'm saying goodbye to DoorDash. I'm gonna go start getting food.
Good for
If
you.
I need to stop just being lazy.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Like,
It's
and
too
you spend
easy.
so much money just
I
being
know.
lazy. Because I'm like, half the places that I go to are literally across the street. I could walk to them,
Yeah.
and I just choose not to. I choose not to get up, put on a bra.
That's what it is. It's
That's
putting on the bra.
it's
Yeah.
the bra. But even then, like, plenty of times I've gone through a drive-through without no bra.
Yeah, they don't mind.
They don't need to know.
Yeah.
Don't look
They
that
don't care.
close.
Just put on a jacket.
I usually just put on a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
need to know. It's just what I'm saying. I'm just being lazy.
Yeah.
And it's mostly because I just am being lazy.
Yeah. We
Ma'am, are your breasts out?
Like, a little
What
bit.
breasts?
A little bit. Can I get my food?
I'm hungry. Just ignore that. Okay. Thank you.
Just,
Yeah.
can you pass me my change? Thank you so much. Get my number one. So, but I think the show, like, it's a reminder. Like, you can literally start whenever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's never too late.
It's
Yeah.
never too late. And I think we always should seize those moments.
Yeah,
I agree.
absolutely. And that's why I've enjoyed the show so far, because one of the things in the show is that she wants to travel, but she's afraid of flying. And so she
Gotta figure out a way to overcome that fear.
Yeah. And so I resonated with that, because there's a lot of things in my life that I haven't done just for the fear of the unknown. I'm
Yeah.
like, am I going to fail? Am I going to succeed? And I just rather not know.
Rather not try.
Not try, because I'm just like, every time, like, and it's like hit me hard recently, especially since my birthday is coming up in 2 weeks, and I'm just like, and like I said, I turned 40 last year, so I'll be 41 this year, and I feel like, you know what, Jillian, like, sometimes I'm like sitting in my house and I'm just like, I want more.
Yeah.
I want to, and I in my mind, I have a life that I've curated in my life, but I haven't done the work to actually go and achieve those things.
I understand.
And so for me, I'm just like, yeah, I need to figure out how to overcome that fear. For me, because it'll always be a dream. I'll never be able to realize and live the life that I have curated and dreamed in my head
If you don't take the steps.
if I don't take the steps.
Yeah.
And the hard part is
At
taking
least
the
you know
steps.
Do
that,
you
though.
think that, because for me, I think the same thing, but I also don't know how to overcome certain fears.
Yeah.
I really don't. So I'm like, that's a part of me that always says that's why I need to go to therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think there are tools I need to use. Because one of my fears is like fear of rejection, right?
Yeah.
Which is why I don't
Me
take
too.
a lot of risks.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to men. Like,
Right.
I only deal with the ones that are aggressive and overly
Yeah.
pursuing me.
Yeah.
Other than that, even if I'm interested, nothing's going to happen because I'm not going to do anything about it.
I'm the same way.
So I'm just like, I feel like that's a big part that I need to, and then a constant need to like be something or act a certain way.
Yeah.
And just like the girl in the show, she was just like, the woman he's been dating the last 2 months is not the real, like, that's the exhausting version of me. I don't want him to see the real version and him feel like he made a mistake. And as much as that sounds like so like like self-deprecating, it's the truth. Like, I mean, people do have those insecurities. I know I do.
But I think with her, a part of it too is she wasn't happy with those other parts of herself. So I think
She needed to change
she,
those.
I think not all of it. I think some of it is just insecurity. She's just like, what if he doesn't like my flaws? But I think part of it too was, I think she was unhappy and with certain aspects of her life, and she hadn't changed. She didn't want to say, hey, this is the ugly part that I don't like.
And this is
I don't want him to see this part because I don't even like this part. So what if he sees this ugly part that I don't like?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, damn, no, I don't want
Is that the
anything.
real you?
Is this the real you? And
Yeah.
walks away. Because I think a part of it is she's unhappy as well with certain aspects of her life
Yeah.
that she was too afraid to change.
Yeah.
And she rather give up this, relationship
On her terms.
than to
She
do
literally-
the work of changing what she's not happy
Yeah,
about.
she
Yeah.
literally gives up on the relationship because she's afraid that he's going to give up. So she kind of breaks it off before he does.
Yeah.
I get that entirely because I write and I don't want to share it with people because I'm so afraid of what people would think about what I write. So like a year ago, I was posting all this poetry that I was writing and I was terrified about doing it because I was posting it on my Instagram.
Yeah.
I was
remember.
so worried that people were going to be like, you suck. No one's going to say that to my face, but I didn't want people to think it.
But here's the thing, Michael.
But I just put it out
Even-
there. I don't care what they think.
Yeah,
Just-
even if they don't
because
like
there are
it.
going to be people who don't like it.
Right.
Yeah.
There
It is
aren't going to be.
Yeah.
But
And you know what? If you put it out there, it may open other opportunities for you.
Yeah.
And also, you could get constructive criticism to make you a better writer.
And I'm open to that. Like
Yeah.
if someone said, yo, like, I think this poem would be better if you could, like, a little more of this, I would genuinely be like, thank you so much. Like,
But
I
then
wouldn't
it's
be insulted.
also hard because it's like you have to be open to that, and then sometimes we're not as humans. Like sometimes
know.
it's like you're just being vulnerable, and so yeah, it's hard.
It is hard.
It's hard to let somebody give you constructive criticism, especially
'Cause
when
it's
it
so
comes to
private.
something that you enjoy and something that you
Passionate about it. And I'm
passionate and hold close to your heart.
Yes, it's my baby. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's. I mean, I quite honestly, if someone were to say, "I like this," but I'd be like, I'd probably get a little defensive, not to their face.
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
like, oh, okay, like, oh.
And what do you mean?
But in my head, I'd
And
be
you're
like,
thinking-
this bitch.
yeah. Especially if you feel like, and then you start to kind of almost pick them apart and be
Yeah.
like, what do you know?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. How
What
many
do
poems
you-
have you written?
Yeah.
I
Let me
forget.
see some of your shit.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah,
but that's
life-
why I stopped sharing. No, that's not why. I just stopped sharing because I worry that people are going to be like, "Yo, you got to find another hobby because this ain't it."
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't think it would
Picking
do that.
up some
but
cycling or something.
But that's the feeling you have when you put it out
That's-
there.
yeah.
That somebody's going to say that or think that, and you're like,
And even if they do, that's okay. Like
Yeah.
I'm not going to die if random Bob.
that's why I say I
so
honestly
it's gonna-
think act like anybody in the spotlight.
yeah.
That's got to be hard because I barely
can't
like
imagine.
to get hit criticism from people. I like hearing things that people say behind my back bothers me.
Yeah.
It's like as much as it shouldn't, right? It's
course
still.
it bothers
I'm the
you.
type of person. It sounds so narcissistic. I'm like, if you don't like me, I'm like, why?
I'm the same way.
I'm such a great person.
Yeah.
I'm nice.
Yeah.
I'm firm. I have boundaries. I have good advice.
You're pretty.
I'm pretty. I'm smart. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you not like?
Yeah. What is there to not
Yeah.
like?
I mean, there's always, honestly, the older.
So then it's always like, you're jealous.
So, you know, this is
Yeah.
what happened. So the older I've gotten, people have told me, yeah, I don't like you. I'm like, okay.
People have told you they don't like you straight up
Okay.
to your face.
So,
I'd be like,
okay, so my
"Bitch, I don't
old
like your
job.
ass."
So my old position, I was a lead. And so, you know, I did my thing. And
It would bother me even more at work.
And then I ended up switching to another department, and the person who took over, you know, I would check on her. You're like, hey, you know, if you have any questions, and as far as, you know, what goes into this role, even though I'm in another department, if you want to reach out, and every once in a while I would go, be like, hey, how are you adjusting? Are you liking things? You know, are you having any difficulties? Yada, yada, yada. And she would tell me, yeah, this, and the third. She goes, you know what? Now that you're gone, she goes, I really didn't like you. But now I see that you are pretty cool. And she says, girl, I know you didn't like me. I didn't care.
Good for you.
And I was just like, I knew she didn't like me. Because of certain things I would do in the capacity of my role. And I was just like, girl, I do not care. Like me, don't like me. It's not like we're friends and we're hanging out
Right.
outside of
You're not
work.
peeking.
Exactly. I'm like, you and I are in two totally different places. We're not friends.
Don't let people who don't matter too much matter too much.
That's
And
very
that's-
mature of you. To
And
say
I was just
that.
like, girl, I knew you didn't like me, and I didn't care.
yeah. That's.
I was just like, I knew I had a job to do, and I did it. I'm just like, whether you like me, I wasn't mean, I wasn't unprofessional.
Yeah.
You may not have liked how I approach things, but I'm
That's
just
not my
like, that's
business.
okay. But now that you are in my role, maybe you understand why I approach things certain
Right.
ways.
Right.
She goes, yeah, but you're actually pretty cool. And I was just like, girl, I knew you didn't like me. I didn't care.
Good for you, Jillian.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah.
I need to become more like that.
In fact, I told her, I said, yeah, you know, actually, I didn't really like you either, but
But
And
here
it's
we
super.
are.
And takes a lot for me not to like somebody.
Me too. I give people the benefit of the
Like I
doubt.
really do like pretty much every person I meet until you give me a reason not to like you.
Yeah.
no, there was this one girl I met. I instantly didn't like her, and I mean, my instincts
I don't like
were
people who are
dead on.
super like
Yeah.
like cocky or narcissistic or self-involved. I don't like that, but I don't not like you. I just think that you're probably insecure.
There's a mutual friend, of course, I will never speak the name, but that Janice and I have from childhood, who has had some problems growing up and had some issues. And I'll always love her but I don't want to have anything to do with her because she's so problematic and she's been through she's been through so much and in and out of jail, and
it's just one of those things where it's like
you can't.
It's the same thing. It's like you surround, like you are the company you keep.
Right.
So as much as like
I love her from afar.
I think you're great, and I wish you all the best, and I hope you get through this chapter in your life, like as she makes bad decisions.
Sure,
and,
consistently,
because I think at a certain point you have to protect yourself and protect your life and your well-being too. So when somebody in my life makes bad decision after bad decision after bad decision, it's like, you're not learning. I'm like
helping,
because at that point sometimes they have to lose some things.
Of course, yeah.
It's
and necessary.
And maybe this friendship is one thing you need to lose. And but I would say with that person that you're talking about, it's more of a growing up with you was great, but looking at where things have ended up for you, it's kind of like I have no desire to kind of
don't have the spins for
associate myself
to involve myself in that world.
It's changed too much,
but I very much
love you.
Wish her the best. Love her, and at some point maybe it will change.
Eventually.
We'll see what happens. But
speaking of, do you know that we're supposed to be like coming up on our 20-year reunion and they're trying to like get it together? I'm like, I don't think I'll go to this one.
I'll go.
Yeah, I don't think I will.
That's good.
I'm gonna go and rub it in their faces that I have my hair still.
And you and I'm not miserable.
Yeah. I'm funny. I'm hot. I'm everything you're not.
I'm pretty. I'm cool. You dominate this school. So yeah, but that was really like so I mean, let's just have our final thoughts on this, because overall, for me, I just wanted to bring up this topic because I think it's important just to talk about like that, we all struggle with that, like feeling good enough, feeling validated, being vulnerable. All of us struggle with it. Yeah. Right. And so, and I know I do personally as well. Mm-hmm. So I think it's all about just again, every day waking up and trying to win, right? And live to the fullest. Because that's really what I want to do. I want to, in 20 years, not look back and regret and think, and I really feel like I don't at this point. Like, absolutely. I feel like I look back at my life and I'm like, all the mistakes I made and everything I made, I've learned from them, and I know more what I want. I'm getting closer and closer, I feel like, to what I want. Yeah. Because I do feel like I have a hard time with I had a hard time figuring out, and I still do. I'm still working on it. Like, what do I want? Like, what am I passionate about? I mean, I think one thing I'm passionate about is podcasting. I do really enjoy it. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I took a step when I started the podcast. Absolutely. So, yeah. It's life's it's a marathon. It's not a race. So, just trying to, do my best.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I've definitely been in a time of reflection, and I am I'm still trying to figure things out where I am definitely going to take more risk. Because I feel like when I look back on things that I have taken a risk on, usually it works out for me, even though I was scared initially. Mm-hmm. And it actually turned out really well for me. Certain things where I was just like, okay, I really like this. I'm going to keep pushing and keep pursuing this. And it's usually typically worked out for me. And so I think I just need to hold on to that, because I think when you have fear, with anything, when you're growing, you have growing pains, and I think that's a part of the fear when you're trying new experiences. There is certain fear that's associated with that whenever you're trying out something new for the first time. Yeah. And once you get into it and you start doing, like, even now, like, even with my workout classes, I totally love my workout classes. It was a friend of mine that she took the classes, loved them, and she invited myself and another friend, and I wouldn't. At first, when I went there, I'm just like, girl, if you're not going, I'm not going. Yeah. And now I'm just like, girl, I
don't need you there.
I don't need you there. I can go there.
Thing.
And I'm just like,
you are the company you keep.
Yeah. And I'm just like, surround yourself. So many great people I've met in this classes. I'm just like,
that's awesome.
And then even when I walk in alone without my two other friends, they're like, hey, Jillian. I'm like, hey. And they're like, they know me, recognize me, and they're like inviting and want to, how you're doing, da da da. And I'm just like, oh, so they just don't associate me with my other two friends. They're like, they see me and are interested in what I have to say and how my day is going. Yeah. And so I realized, I'm like, okay, so I'm okay. I'm enough.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Michael. Yes, I'm enough. And
Yeah.
so I feel like if I, took more chances, even if I have to do it by myself initially, that I need to do more of that, because I feel like I would have these experiences that I yearn for, but are due to fear, I haven't gone and reached out and reached for my dreams. So
just the acknowledgement of that, Jillian, is really something, because most people don't realize
I think us acknowledging it right now is like it's good. It's a step, and it's now. That's why it's like I think it would be a good thing to talk about, because I think everybody really feels it, and we don't always talk about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Very true.
Yeah.
Michael.
I would say I'm trying to focus less on what I'm lacking and focus on what I have, because all day long, every day, I always think about, I don't have this. I'm not farther along than I should be. I should be, XYZ spot.
Yeah, I get it.
We can't live our life like that.
Yeah.
I mean, and God, or whatever you believe in, has a path, and I'm not.
There's a destiny.
There's a destiny. There's a reason
you're here.
You're here. So I have to just trust the process. I talk to the universe a lot. I know that makes me sound psycho.
No,
but
it doesn't.
I talk to the universe. I ask it for things. I ask for guidance, and she's done me pretty well.
I'm about to say, does she answer? There you go.
She does. She always answers. She always answers.
There you go. So I think reaching out and asking, I think putting it out there in the universe. I think it's the same thing like when you put it out there, like in a spiritual, any type of spiritual sense. It's you knowing that you might not have all the answers, but you're yearning for some answers.
Yeah.
And then you almost do more soul searching at that
Absolutely.
point. So, yeah. But so that's what we want to talk about today. But we're gonna get out of here. Just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about being positive and living your life to the fullest. So we hope you guys all do that, and you have a good rest of your day. And we love you guys. Bye.
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 And that's a wrap on the latest episode of Let Me Finish. Thank you guys for joining us for another week and listening to the latest episode. Don't forget, go like, share, and subscribe on your favorite platforms. And you guys can also follow us and see us on different platforms. I am on Instagram, and that's going to be Uniquely Janice. And then I'll also be on TikTok, Janice H, GENICEH. Michael, where can they find you?
I'm only on Instagram, and it's Kasra Salimi. And by Kasra Salimi, I mean Kasra Writes, because I changed it and I just forgot. So it's KASRA Writes, WRITES.
Yes. Jillian, where can we find you?
Instagram as well, and it's New Jillian Who Dis.
New Jillian Who Dis. All right. Well, we will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.